this is Taylor Dane, and I'm doing an interview here with Retro Talking Mix from Argentina. How are you? So nice to see you today. Hola, this is Taylor Dane, and I want to send a greeting to Latin America, and especially to Retro Talking Mix from Argentina. Hello, Chile. Hello, Brazil. Oh my goodness, everybody. So nice to see you all. Thank you for taking me in your hearts and spending so much time with me in the years. Oh my goodness, 30 years of making music, and tell it to my heart. I love you all.
¿Cómo están, amigos de YouTube? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video en el canal. No hace falta presentación porque hoy vamos a entrevistar a un artista ícono de la música de los 80s y 90s. Vamos a estar entrevistando a Taylor Dane. Tal vez recuerdes Telling to My Heart, un gran éxito de esa época. Escuchemos. Nos va a estar contando de cómo surge este gran éxito que tuvo, sobre opinión en la música y muchas cosas más que a vos, si te gusta este tipo de música y esta gran artista, te va a súper interesar, así que no te muevas de ahí. En una primera instancia le pedí que nos contara cómo surge este gran éxito mundial que tuvo ella a fines de los 80s y principios de los 90s, Telling to My Heart, así que presten atención.
Well, my very first hit is very important, and it's Tell It to My Heart. Of course, because that's the very beginning, and it's such a fan favorite, and it's touched so many people around the world for so many years, of every nationality and every country. I can't even imagine. And you never know how these things start, and you never know how they touch people. And all these years later, it's just amazing to me how it brings so much happiness to any age, and to every age too. So that's been very dear to me. Tell It to My Heart, of course. Really, it was a song we heard on a cassette, and we needed to make a dance record that we felt that would cross over into the clubs. And Rick Wake absolutely heard that on a cassette. And it was given to us by somebody that I went to high school with that was working at Warner Chappell Music Company. And they were working there, and they gave me a couple of demos to listen to. So that was really where we were at. But wait, she said, did you think that you would go to have this worldwide success that you achieved with it? No, I don't think you're 20 years old. I don't think any kid thinks, you're just, of course you don't think, but you wish and you dream and you hope to have this kind of success. But they call it this overnight stardom. But I must say that I didn't realize I'd be waking up in Europe the next day. Basically, they put me on a plane because it broke in UK, it broke in Italy, France, London, UK and Germany. And that's where I spent the next 6 months making on every radio station and in Sweden and in Norway. It was crazy. So no, I had no idea that it would become that much a success. No.
Tener la oportunidad de entrevistar a Taylor Dane y no preguntarle sobre qué opina ella sobre la música de hoy comparada con los 80s y 90s sería un error fatal, así que escuchemos cuál es su opinión sobre la música de hoy.
Oh my God. It's like asking me, do I think music in the 80s and 90s? I grew up with music from the 70s, right? So my first music was like Bill Withers and, Ohio players, right? Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, and there's so many amazing writers and so many. I was just listening to the Isley Brothers today, and Earth, Wind, and Fire. They were just doing this thing called Versus here. I think there's always great songwriters. But songs itself and the music and the production. There's Stevie Wonder. We live amongst, there's idols. There's some of the greatest songwriters and artists that are still here with us, gracing our planet, and that were so influential to me, and that also were so influential to the world and are still here. And we've lost some incredibly influential and beautiful, and we've lost many now. So I can't say it was better, it was worse, but I can think of a lot of great music as well. Now, then, here, coming. It's always.
Es interesante conocer un poco más de estos artistas y ver el lado humano. Por eso le pregunté si tuviese la posibilidad de volver el tiempo atrás, si cambiaría algo o no. Y esta fue su respuesta.
There's some business things I would change, perhaps. Yes. A couple of decisions there, of course. That would be, for sure. That would be what it would be. Yes.
Ella nos va a contar sobre sus proyectos para futuro, para este año y el siguiente, así que presten atención ustedes, fanáticos de Taylor Dayne.
Well, here I did more TV since the whole world has been shaken up with COVID, and most of us are not touring. All of us are not touring. Music, we've been on stall. The entertainment industry has basically stalled. So I did Masked Singer. I was on television, and most of the music and most of the work and production is going towards televised scenarios and new concepts. For what I'm working on is Dayne's Den, and shooting a new series in my home, and recording music here, and new music. Yes, exactly what I'm doing. New music, working with producer Greg Field and some other incredible songwriters, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Watch for Dayne's Den. Check that out on YouTube. You can check that on my YouTube channel. You can check out snippets of it on my Reels and on my Insta story.
Por último, Taylor nos dejó un lindo mensaje para todos los fanáticos en Latinoamérica, así que escuchen.
I have found the more I come there, when I performed in Latin America, I cannot wait to come back, because you truly are an inspiring audience. Truly, really generous of heart, and so appreciative. And I need to do a full tour there. I really need to spend more time. And I was telling this to Belinda Carlisle when we were there last time, and Richard Marx. It was really enjoyable. So I'd love to get back and tour in Rio, of course Brazil, more time in Chile and Argentina for sure. Of course. Do a really extended tour. It'd be my heart. Really, Latin America has my heart. Really, thank you. Muchas gracias, and it's just awesome. Thank you, baby.
Bueno amigos, esto fue todo por hoy. Espero que les haya súper gustado esta entrevista. Súper contento de poder entrevistar a Taylor Dayne y conocer un poquito más de esta fantástica cantante de los 80s y 90s. Le quiero sumamente agradecer a Taylor Dayne y a Joan por el tiempo brindado y por poder haber logrado conseguir esta entrevista para el canal y para todos nosotros fanáticos de esta hermosa música. Si te gustó el video, dale like. Como te dije, no te olvides de suscribirte si aún no lo hiciste. También me puedes seguir en Facebook, Instagram y Spotify con el mismo nombre de canal, Retro Talking Mix. Allí voy a estar siempre subiendo novedades sobre el futuro del canal, curiosidades sobre la música y muchas cosas más, así que te invito a que me sigas. Un abrazo grande a todos los fans de la música retro y nos estamos viendo en un próximo video. Chau, chau.